Hello there ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here and it's time for a new video, and as you can see from the title it is a pickups video today, my first in about 2 months exactly. And straight off the bat here I just want to apologise for my voice today. I have got man flu, I've got a sore throat and just my voice is going entirely as well. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's never been like this before. I've never lost my voice this much before, low and gruffly as you can hear, and it keeps going weak at times also. So for all intents and purposes, just pretend that I'm Barry White for this one video, ladies and gentlemen, and we should be absolutely fine. But obviously I don't want to keep this going too long because I can barely speak. I shouldn't even be making this video really, to be honest. But let's dive straight in. I've got 5 games today, 3 on the Xbox One, 2 on the Xbox 360. I will get started in order of which way they were purchased. And first is Dead Rising 3, the Apocalypse Edition. I don't actually know what's special about the Apocalypse Edition, but this is my first time playing a Dead Rising game properly. I played Case Zero, which was like a prequel to Dead Rising 2, I do believe. And this isn't a game that's going to blow you away. This isn't a game that's going to win awards. I did win awards, I don't think. But what it is a very fun game. It doesn't take itself seriously whatsoever. There's a lot to do. A lot of different custom weapons and vehicles you can create. A lot of fun to be had, quite frankly. I've not quite completed the game. I got far, but I stopped playing it right near the end, so I need to go back and complete it. Probably a few more playthroughs as well, because there are a lot of cumulative achievements which I'm close to getting. It's a pure 7 out of 10 game in my opinion, when all is said and done, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I was worried about was the time limits that the game gives you. I don't like being rushed, I don't like being panicked in that way, but they have relaxed it. I actually googled and a lot of people were agreeing with me, people who played the first 2 games, that the time limits, the time restraints have been relaxed on the game. And yeah, it's been good fun overall, and recommended if you love killing some zombies. And this is also recommended if you love killing zombies as well, ladies and gentlemen. Of course it is Resident Evil Origins Collection, and basically this is Remake and Zero together. I do have Remake on the 360, but I wanted a physical copy, being a huge Resi fan, and also Resi Zero was the only Resi game that I'd never completed, which is canon. Now I have, and I've got to say, I think Zero is a fantastic game. I don't think it's for casuals, and I do think it's mainly for the old school Resi fans, hardcore fans, because the limited inventory, obviously playing as 2 characters here, Rebecca and Billy, they've only got 6 inventory slots each. A lot of items in the game take up 2 slots, so that will annoy a lot of people. But you can also drop items on the floor because there are no inventory boxes. But of course the inventory boxes are universal, meaning that for every different box in the game the same items will be there, but that is actually taken out of Zero, and it actually makes it harder in my opinion. But yeah, it's one for the hardcore Resi fans, Zero, but being a hardcore Resi fan, I'm absolutely delighted to have picked this up, and I'm now like grinding for loads of different achievements as well. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is a game I paid £2 for. Can't complain about that. It is Fear. This is one of the first 360 games released, I do believe, in late 2005, early 2006, and it's a first-person shooter, but with a kind of horror vibe going on. And in the last couple of years, I've probably played more first-person shooters than I ever have, but you won't see me play a Battlefield game, you won't see me play a Call of Duty game. I always want something within the gameplay that's different. And with Fear you can slow time down, and like I say, there's a horror vibe to it, and I had fun. This game borrows some Doom 3 a hell of a lot, takes a lot of inspiration from it, and Doom 3 was only released like 2 years before, but you can definitely see a lot of similarities. But what surprised me about this game is that 90% of the time you're actually killing human enemies, which isn't something that I was expecting. And the little girl there is some kind of supernatural being which follows you through the game all the time and keeps stalking you, and you're kind of going after her, and not much happens in that sense, to be honest with you. But there's these kind of out the other world segments as well, which break up the normal first person shooter gameplay. So for £2 I cannot complain. Supposedly as well there've been a Fear 2 and a Fear 3. but they are said to be more action orientated. I've seen a bit of gameplay, and there's grenades flying at you all the time. You're being shot with rocket launchers. You're wearing this power armor. It's kind of gotten away from the horror aspect. We'll have to wait and see though, because that's when I start getting peeved with first-person shooter games. But the first game, if you're a first-person shooter fan, you never played it, I highly recommend it for that price. You can't go wrong. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is a game you can't go wrong, supposedly, if you're a huge platforming fan. But I'm not. But I saw a friend playing this on Twitch a few months ago and thought that I would pick it up. It's my first time playing one of these games, series of games. It is Rayman Legends. And this game, I was taken aback by how beautiful it looked and how good the audio and the sound and the music was. And I thought I'd pick it up, and I have done. It's very rare for me to showcase a game that's not an 18 certificate, but here it is. And I haven't really got started with this game yet because I'm playing other things, but I will do. So obviously, because I'm not started it, I can't really talk about it. But I believe that it's very difficult. I know that the levels are very diverse. There's a lot to do, a lot to unlock, a lot of different achievements and shit like that going on. I look forward to playing this, but like I say, I can't say much. But if you love platforming, you've probably heard and played of Rayman before. But this is a game, ladies and gentlemen, fifth and finally, certainly not least, is Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition. I have completed this once before. I did a second playthrough which I didn't complete as well, but I wanted to pick up the Game of the Year edition because it has all 5 DLCs, and I am absolutely loving playing this game again. It is so much fun. I'm understanding the game a hell of a lot more. I'm understanding the economics. I'm understanding the brutality of the wasteland more. My perks, or the perks that I'm given, I'm using a lot better. The abilities of my character, and the like in VATS, if an enemy is holding a weapon one-handed, I'll shoot his right arm, and if you cripple that right arm, then they're rendered useless. I wasn't understanding things like that in the first game. I wasn't understanding how you could make money. Obviously caps being the currency. I've already got nearly 2,000 caps and I'm at level 8, and I haven't even got to Galaxy News Radio yet, which is quite early on in the game. In my first playthrough, I didn't have a clue what was going on at all. I've like upgraded my repair, my medicine, my lockpick to level 50 already, and that helps you big time. Needless to say, in my first playthrough, I didn't understand that. But the 5 DLCs, one of them, which is called Broken Steel, you can only start after you complete the main story quest. The others, Operation Anchorage, The Pit, Point Lookout and Mothership Zeta, however, you can start at any time. But I haven't got started with any of them yet. And I think a reason for that is I just googled it before I started this video. I wanted to make sure that they wouldn't take away my equipment or my ammo, my weapons, my health, my armour. But supposedly some of them do. So now I'm thinking and wondering whether I should put all my loot in a locker in my Megaton house, because that's a good way of basically keeping everything you've got and not losing it. I'm thinking if I should just put everything in that locker, save the game, start one of these DLC quests, and then see what happens there. Because of course with this game and the Fallout games, all of them, you can always make constant save states, and not just save over the same one, but make different ones so you can go back to a previous state. I might do that because I believe Mothership Zeta is set on a spaceship where you're fighting aliens, and Operation Anchorage and Point Lookout and The Pit, like I say, they take away your stuff. So I'm a little bit worried of doing all that, having to do the DLC, which I hope will be fun obviously, but then coming out of it and having no armour and no Chinese assault rifle or missile launcher in good condition, or a sniper rifle, the best kind of weapons that you can get in the game. But we'll just wait and see. At the end of the day, I picked this up mainly for the DLC, but I'm enjoying the game itself again, just the normal vanilla game. It is definitely one of the best games ever made, and I'm having a ton of fun. And the thing is, you can make a different character, like a good character in terms of karma, or an evil character. You can go sneaky and stealthy if you improve your perception, your agility, and put the sneak high, or you can go all out, like improve your what is it? Not your strength, but make sure you're a gunslinger, if you will. I think that's one of the perks actually, or a commando. you can just play the game a ton of different ways and it keeps it fresh. One day, if I do join the Master Race, I hope to play Fallout 3 on the PC with loads of mods. That would be awesome, because I've seen some of them and they're absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to end it here now, ladies and gentlemen. Quite short for a pickups video with 5 games, but obviously, as you can tell, I'm really struggling to speak. I'm going to have a cup of tea now, have some extra strong lockets, and rest my voice. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and actually, I need to say as well that in the next coming weeks and months, there will be new playthroughs and walkthroughs on the channel also, so keep a lookout for those. Thanks for watching. See you soon.